Welcome to another round of disc golf with us. We're going to check out a little action today at Benn in Aberdeen. Hole 1 is a par 3, 284 footer. It's going to get two routes and has a tight window on the right hand side that kind of spits out right next to the hole, or a big opening you'd have to throw a backhanded or right-handed backhanded ante at. Get Jason in the tee box to start here. It looks like he's going through the tight area. He is a lefty. And it looks like he threw a little forehand. It's going to skip right out for him. Dan's moving into the tee box. Looks like he's got a Roadrunner in his hand. It looks like he's opting for the big hole. Oh yeah, he's throwing the big ante backhand. Looks like Jason's left himself about 100, 110 feet, and you all know what's coming out here. He's throwing the vector for sure. Yep, skips it up pretty close. He should have about a 7/8 stepper for par. Looks like Dan, yep, he's got a joker in his hand, and he's about 75 feet out. Ooh, looks like he's taking a run at it. Oh, nothing but chains. None better than starting around with a birdie. Jason's going to putt out here. Yep, and he's going to pull out a par for his first hole. On the hole 2, a 264-footer. Get two routes here. You kind of have the backhand if you are a right-handed thrower. You kind of shoot up through the middle. Looks like that's what Dan's got going here. It's ripping the nuke. It's kind of a natural throw for a left-hand or a right-hander. It skips right behind by the basket if you get it that far. And the other options through that tunnel over on the left. If you throw backhand if you're a lefty, or forehand if you're a righty, there's a nice little tunnel there that skips right up next to the basket. That's going to hit back there in the back. That's what Jason's got going there. Dan on the second shot looks like he's about 50 feet out. Looks like he's got a sinus in his hand. Oh, he's making another run at it. Oh, he just missed. That would have been a great second birdie for him, but set him up for a par shot. Looks like Jason's picking up a birdie here. He's putting out with his vector. And, yep, he's going to pick up his birdie. Dan's putting with his wizard. Looks like another one of those soft wizards of his. He's got about a 6-7 stepper, and he cashes it in for a par. So we're all knotted up at -1 apiece, and we move on to hole 3. Par 3, 304 feet. Plays a little longer. It's a little uphill. Video isn't doing it justice here, but it's a difficult shot. I'm kind of going straight up. Looks like Jason's throwing his turn, and he kind of yanked it over to the right. Looks like Dan's got out the new crank by Discraft. Been really ripping that lately. Oh, but he turns it over and eats grass. Not a great shot for Dan there. Not much of a look for Dan. He's pulling out a buzz. No look at the basket. He leaves himself way right. He's going to be looking at bogey at best here. Jason's got his vector in his hand. Should have a pretty good look here. Looks like a nice little anti-flip shot. He's going to leave himself about 3-4 stepper for par. Dan trying to manage. Oh, he's running it again. Man, he's pretty close today. That was another joker right at the basket. He's going to end up taking a bogey here. Jason putts out with his par. And looks like he's, putting again with that vector. Dan's going to putt out. Looks like he's putting again with the wizard. And he's going to take our first bogey of the round. On to hole 4, par 3, 264-footer. Kind of got two paths here. It goes downhill. Kind of got that open area on the left there, but it has a tight window where you can shoot that gap kind of on the right. It's kind of an option that some of the right-handers take. Jason got high a little bit there and ate some trees. Looks like he was ripping his T-Devil. Ooh, looks like Dan's pulling out the Avenger SS here. He must be looking for a roller. Now, yep, he is throwing the roller. Looks like he didn't get it down quite at the right angle, though. It's going to come up a little bit short for him. But he'll have a nice little look. Looks like Jason's about 70 feet out. My guess is he has a vector in hand. Yes, it was a vector. Ooh, we got a little bank off that tree. Skipped him pretty close. Dan has about the same shot. And it looks like he has that joker in his hand. He's been pretty close with it. You know, you ring that one out on hole 1, a little 75-footer. It's pretty close with it on hole 3 also. Ooh, he's pretty close again. He's dialing that in pretty good today. Looks like Dan should be able to pick up a par here. He's got a About a 5-step putt, maybe 6-step putt. He's got a wizard going on there. Looks like there's a little bit of headwind now. Oh, and he clanks it. He's not going to be happy with that. Picks up another bogey. He's got back-to-back bogeys. Jason ends up putting out with the vector again. We move to hole 5, a par 4, the only par 4 on the course, 445 feet. Pretty much wide open, so where you can grip and rip. Looks like Jason's stepping into that tee box with a... What's he got going there? Oh, that looks like his Rampage. He's trying to rip a Rampage. Gets a nice little flight out of there. It looks like it's going to land at about 300 right there by the sidewalk. It's going to leave him about 145 feet. Looks like Dan's busting out the crank. He must be going for it. Ooh, he gets a great pull on. He's ripping it right out over that car. Looks like it comes right back. The drive's sitting out about 375 feet. What a drive by Dan. Jason's got vector in hand. Imagine that. He's about 145 feet out. Ooh, he throws a big spike hyzer. Oh, and he lands it right next to the basket, and it's rolling right up there. That's a great shot. Dan's going to leave himself about 70 feet here. Imagine that he's got that jokery, whatever you want to call it, by Pro Discus in his hand again. He's been pretty close with that all day. He's got a nice little rip. Puts a little up. Yep, he's going to leave himself pretty close there too. And Jason's putting again with the vector, looking for a bird here on 5. And he's all chains. Dan's got about the same shot. And he's picking up chains also. We move on to hole 6. It's a par 3, 203-footer. It's straight uphill, so it plays quite a bit longer. You can see there in the video. Looks like Jason's going to rip that T-Devil. Ooh, he doesn't get on the outside of the trees like he normally does, and he leaves himself a pretty tough putt here coming up. Dan looks like he's ripping that Valkyrie. It's got a custom stamp of his wife, Britta, on it. It's quite the disc he's got going there. He's going to leave himself about 6-7 step putt. Jason's got a little difficult one here, though. Kind of uphill. Looks like he's doing a little nesting over there. Imagine that. He's nesting before he putts. He's got a vector in hand. Oh, leaves it a little high. Banks it off the top rim. Dan's got about a 7-footer. This is pretty much money for him. Oh, that thing came out fluttering like crazy. Not a good day putt for him. I'm going to be looking back on this round going, what is going on? Hole 7, par 3. 182 feet. It's downhill. It's kind of two alleys. You can go to the right of that tree or to the left of that tree right out there in front of the basket. Looks like Jason ripped he's throwing a joker down the hill. Dan's ripping again. He didn't get it to the left of the tree, but he's going to have a look at it. He threw a joker also. So he's got about 7-step putt. Oh, he hits one with the wizard, left it a little high again. There's something new. Jason didn't putt with the vector. He pulled out the joker and nailed it. So we have 2 holes to go. We move to hole 8. Another par 3. It's kind of 2 windows here. If you're a lefty, you can throw what Jason did there and you try to come around the tree. But if you're a righty, you're throwing backhand, you're pretty much going to come right at it up over the hill. Looks like Dan is ripping oh, that's the new Ace Race disc. He's really taking some liking to that. Looks like Jason's got about a 40-footer here. He's got vector in hand. Imagine that. And he's going to leave himself a little bit short. Looks like Dan's trying to pick up stroke here. He might be able to get a birdie and catch Jason a little bit going into hole 9. And he gets the edge and gets a lucky roll there. And we move to hole 9. Last hole of the day, hole 9, 168 feet, par 3. It's kind of a difficult hole. Like Dan's, he just almost aced it. It went right over the top of the basket. He was ripping a pier there. Looks like Jason's coming right at it with a joker. Oh, he skips up right next to it. That's going to put the icing on the cake there. Jason had a 1-stroke lead coming in. Dan pitches up. He's going to end up taking the par. Jason's going to end up with a birdie, and looks like he's going to have a 2-stroke lead here. Dan's going to be kicking himself after this round. Moral of the story is you can't miss your putts. He missed 2 putts, 2 flutters, and Jason ends up winning at -4 to -2. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.